Pace car rolling around to 10B, heading into turn 11 under the bridge for the final time. Takes the right into pit road. It's Johnson and Byrne on the front row here at Road Atlanta. Glad to have you with us. 40 minutes of racing begins now. Green flag is out, and Johnson gets a good start. Here comes Dan Clark to the inside of Burns, and now turn 1 awaits for these drivers. Lot different than we saw last week, and Dan Clark gets the advantage over Burns. So far, so good. Everybody, knock on wood, making their... It's Altice and Whirl on the front row. Shane and Wanamaker, they're the interested spectators back there. Shane up 19, 18 spots. Here comes the final restart of the race. Green flag is out. Whirl doesn't get as good of a jump this time. It gives Altice a chance to keep within pace, but Whirl able to get around 1 and 2 with no problem. Here comes Adam Shane to the inside. That's exactly what Whirl needs if he wants to get that first win. Is Shane to get racy? No, they go single file for the top 4.
Wanamaker goes around.
2, 3, 4 cars involved. No caution yet. White flag is out, and we're still racing. Will we see cars clear up then when they come around 1 and 2? And here comes Shane around the outside as Whirl is your leader, but the battle for second heats up once again.
He's got to get through some
Shane.
cars. No, he hits some. He hits Wanamaker.
What is going on? It's Ruben Altice who wins. No, totally agree with that one as they work their way through basically the pit out for the IndyCar testing, heading into Tower Corner. And Valentinez, you see, he's losing just a little bit through there. Does not get a good exit off of there, as good as Martinez is. But it seems like that, much like Andy T, he's a lot better through that technical section at the top of the racetrack, and that's what's going to help him out. But can he get a better exit off of Le Mans? Goes a little bit wider, and yes, he does. He's going to get a nice little hook. This might be the opportunity Valentinez needs. He's going to get side by side with Martinez, and it's going to be a battle to who's going to play chicken first. Valentinez will not give an inch, and he does get that nose out front. Move Valentinez to 8th. That's 17 spots improved on the race. A little bit of a right rear sky high as the 990 gets a little wiggle coming off of the Le Mans chicane, and now Vettel's going to close in. Is he going to use the GT4 as a block? Yes, he will. Talk about some racecraft. That's a spin between the two of them through the banking, and Crow goes down onto the apron. Vidal goes up onto the banking, and Crow gets a slowdown penalty. On each other coming into turn number 1. That's going to give Lowe the advantage that he wants, but Feimster, look at 3 wide near the back as well. Oh, how they saved it, I don't know, as Jameson going to use that bumper to push Lloyd Moore up ahead, but still got this battle for second place between Williamson and Feimster. Williamson with that nose up front, that's going to give Whirl a chance to go look to the inside, and Feimster now has a chance to go low, and oh, a bit of a help. There's contact. 2 cars into the wall as Whirl helps Feimster into the wall. Now we've got the big one. And that's interesting too, because Snelling and Glenn still 3rd and 4th overall. There's Grant Mikesh. There's a second difference in the pit stop for Stretzloff over Mikesh. There's David Glenn, up 4 spots from his grid position as he tries. Oh, he almost ends up somebody else's mess, and rightfully so. He ends up with 2 wheels off. That could have been disastrous. Doran just gets on the gas. Wait, did he make contact with Snelling or Glenn? I don't know. Well, the way that Glenn fell off the pace, he's down to 8th. He may have actually made some slight contact with Doran. We'll see. Yeah, he's in the pits now. We'll take a look at the replay here, because take a look at that aerial view and seeing part of, let's see here.
It looked like that car was crabbing a little bit on pit lane. I think there may have been some contact.
Yes, there was.
And there was. Oh, look at that.
4 miles is 1 lap here around the Kettle Moraine Valley, as the pace car will pull off and take the long jaunt up to pit road, and indeed it does. Goff and Reuter on the front row. Ari Reuter, your fastest driver. They make the turn uphill, and they'll take a look at the starter. It's time to go zoom, zoom, zoom at the National Park of Speed. We're green as we're side by side coming down that long front straightaway. Now they'll hit the top of the racetrack, and make their way down through turn number 1, all the way to darn near the lowest point of the racetrack, which is actually, that's going to be Canada Corner, but still all side by side. No surprise that we're in one big group. Not yet 3 wide, but some drivers trying it. Goff's going to look to the outside. Not going to make anything happen so far, but that big pack looking pretty good as Reuter will go take the racing line, but Goff will shut the door on him through turn 3. They're going to be a team to watch here. However, you take a look at who is in that number 90, your LMP2 leader. It's Daniel Olan, the Sheza Esport number 90. That is another very fast driver. So we'll keep an eye on how this battle for LMP2 supremacy lasts. But Van Thielen gets around here around turn number 1. So Van Thielen trying to keep that. And now you see Miller trying to deal with David Adams. So it's a Blue Mercure sandwich with the Delatraz in the middle. Let's add a little bit of rum in there, you see, heading into the cake. Indeed it is, as we have some argy-bargy going on between the two cars.